Mild spoilers for World of Light, but honestly it's stuff towards the beginning and in the directs. So there's this section in World of Light called Forest Hill that's loosely based on the ancestral step from Monster Hunter 4 and Generations, and the Monster Hunter main theme even plays here, and here you fight Rathalos, and I'm going to compare the two fights in both games. I happen to be playing as Marth at the time because of the few characters I unlocked in World of Light at this point. He's the one I'm best at, however I'm not too great with Marth, as you'll see in this gameplay. I mean, I'm not exactly gonna tear it up with fucking Wii Fit Trainer, you know? There's a ton of parallels to fighting Rathalos in the actual Monster Hunter games. He'll charge straight at you, he'll poison you with his talons, to make sure you equip some poison resistance or immunity spirits. This explodey fireball move he uses, I believe, is more a move that Dread King Rathalos does, which is basically a harder version of Rathalos. But Rath will shoot 3 fireballs in a row just like in Monster Hunter, and the items that spawn here are actually really clever. Deku Seeds are akin to flash bombs that hunters can use to dunk Rath and stun him, and in Smash you gotta hit him in the face in order to do that. You can also place pitfalls from Animal Crossing, which are analogous to pitfall traps from Monster Hunter games that monsters will run into and get stuck in, so you can get some extra hits on them. This was my first time fighting Rathalos in Smash Ultimate, and I did not realize any of that until the fight was almost over, so sorry there's not too much gameplay of it. Also sorry I'm not playing particularly well here. I've been playing Smash all day when I was recording this, and I was kinda tired when I got to this point, not to mention I'm not too great with Marth. I did play as Lucina in Smash 4 though, and the only difference between Marth and Lucy is that Marth you actually have to try, and with Lucina, you just go out there and have some fun. But overall, it's a good boss fight, really well made. But this exact fight reminded me that in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, you can also fight Rathalos as Marth. Well, almost Marth. But since Monster Hunter is a pretty tough game, I'm gonna need to call in some backup. I'm mostly bringing the cats along because the only quest where you can fight only Rathalos on the Ancestral Step is a multiplayer quest, so the monster's stats are scaled up as if multiple people are fighting it. And although I did practice a little bit before recording, this is probably the 3rd time in my entire life I've used Sword and Shield in Monster Hunter, which is what the Falchion is in this game. But alright, let's go do this quest. The first thing I'm going to do is equip like 7 different buffs so I can do some extra damage and take less damage. You know, Monster Hunter is all about planning in advance and adapting to the situation. And oh my god, it's right there! Shit! 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 I'm not ready! Panic! Ah! Give up! Give it! Cancel the quest! Ah! Get! Ah! Sometimes Monster Hunter be like that though. Here we go, attempt number 2. In the World of Light, when you first reach the Forest Hill Zone, which sounds like the name of a Sonic level, Rathalos flies around a lot before you can actually fight him. I think that's supposed to mimic having to find the monster in Monster Hunter, which is a subtle touch that really helps build up the tension of a quest. But as we learned last time, sometimes you spawn inches in front of them. Fuck you. we can see here, this ain't no Final Fantasy. The monsters won't wait around for you to equip your buffs and drink your drinks. They're on their own schedule. They'll just break the map and start attacking you whenever they feel like it. So for flying monsters in midair where you can't hit them, you can throw a flash bomb in front of their eyes to dunk them, and you can run in and do some damage. But this ain't no Zelda. You can't just auto-target and assume you're gonna hit them. You actually have to aim. Which if you've seen any of my Splatoon videos, you'll know that's something I'm not very good at. Lots of times after you hit them for a while, a monster will just do a leave. It's kind of like rounds in a boxing match. You fight for a while, take a little break, recuperate, and you hop back in there. And it's at this point in the hunt where I realized that I did not use a paintball on him to help track where he goes. So I will now try to find him by running around the map. Finally found him. Also, many monsters have loud roars that will stun you and strong wind beneath their wings that can push you back if you don't have the right stuff equipped.
せるものか。
Right now I'm just waiting for Wrath to land. Most of the weapons I use in Monster Hunter don't have a shield, so when I do happen to have a shield, I like to take advantage of it and just hold out my shield and wait for him to land. So Wrath is flying away again, but since I paintballed him, he'll be much easier to find this time. This quest he never flew to the area where the World of Light boss fight is based off of, but I will show that area off at the end of the video.
Come on.
So here I thought Rathalos was flying away, but he's actually circling the arena and trying to snipe you, and then he charges you at the end, which is an attack in all my years of Monster Hunter I've honestly never seen him do until I recorded this. But it's similar to the move in World of Light where he flies into the background and then swooshes into the foreground.
Miんな見ていてくれ。
So here I'm going to set a pitfall trap. Monster can hit you out of setting it up, in which case you have to try again. But here I'm able to just successfully deploy it right before Wrath's tail brushes me aside, and then I wait for him to run into it.
Landmaster!
Also, my cat is in a tank now. Usually monsters don't stay in traps for this long, but since Wrath was already pretty tired before he got in it, it's gonna take a while for him to get out of it, so we can do some extra damage. So that's what a fight with Rathalos is sort of like. Usually the fights in Monster Hunter are much harder and longer than this, but I max upgraded Marth's armor in the Falchion up through G rank, and this was only a high rank quest. So for an analogy, think of it like using a level 50 Pokemon against like a level 40 Pokemon. Also, one thing you can do is cut off his tail if you do enough cutting damage to it, so then he won't be able to use his tail attacks anymore, because he'll just have a little nub. I don't know if you can do this in the Smash fight. And here you can see his talons poison me, just like what happened in Smash. But here I trained my cats to cure poison, so it's really not a big deal. So the fight against Rathalos took place in the higher mountainous area of the Ancestral Steppe, but this lower area is much more similar to what the World of Light fight arena looks like. Rathalos can fly down here, but most of the time he doesn't. And if we take a look at this next area, we can see... Who the fuck? Excuse me for a sec. And if we take a look in this next area, you can see some more similar aspects to the World of Light fight arena. That's it, video's over.